What's up? What's up, Zach? Let me know my audio is good. I always mess this up, like I say at the beginning of every live. D Dub, what's up? Saying, want to just jump on real quick. What's up, Ryan, my man? Appreciate you, Zach. I got a buddy, Zach, that's around here. Zach Duncan. Where you from, Zach? Sounds good. There we go. All right. I haven't been on here in a minute. They put me on this weird shift at work. I just haven't had time to. During the summertime, I haven't had time to do too many lives. I want to check in and see how you guys were doing. All the way from Queens. Hey, never been out east. I want to go there bad though. I know some people out there. They say it's great. Australia, I love it. Holly and Emma, what's up, man? From Australia, I love it. I want to go out there too. Oh my gosh, Texas originally, Zach. There you go. My granddad's from San Antonio down there. I love Texas. California is in the house. I love it. Kentucky, girl. I've been down there once. Drove through there. Actually, down there twice. Beautiful down there. I didn't realize there's so many mountains down in Kentucky. It was beautiful. Jody, yeah, I'm sorry, man. They put me on this weird shift at work, and it's like it's taxing me physically. I'm back being out on the road investigating things is in these weird hours they got me on. It's been a rough few weeks as far as my time and headaches are gone, but it's okay. I'll be back in the school soon. It's back to doing good old police work right now. I love it though. As far as um, as far as doing it, I'm blessed. It's very much fun. Boca Raton, Florida. What's up, Brett? That's pretty freaking cool. All right, Brad Wayne North. Let me say this right. Kakalaki. Make sure I say that right. I probably screwed that up. Where's that at? Upstate New York. I love it. RSD. What's up, Donnie? West Virginia here. Ryan was one of my favorite viewers here. I love it. I guess hit the like button. I gotta say that every time. Yeah. Speaking of which, traveling the country. So I was at I made an appearance and conducted a speaking engagement down in Peoria, Illinois, which was really really fun. That went so well. Um, I really basically talked about mental health, how we can police better, to a room full of cops, and they were really receptive. Had quite a few of them crying and towards the end, and they really felt me. So it really went good. I sold every book that was down there. I actually should have brought more books. I got yelled at for that, but it went really well. So um, I have another engagement on Saturday in Ohio. I'm gonna put the video up about that after this. Let me see. Oh my gosh, sugar. Hold on. Let me check real quick. It is. I'll check as soon as I'm done. I believe Sugar Creek, Ohio, for Phil. I'm gonna drive down tomorrow and make an appearance at a convention they have. It's for the church. It should be awesome. It's my police perspective and gonna be fun. Plan on traveling a little bit more when I get some time. Also closed on my house this week, so I will be moving here shortly. So talk about a busy man with all this stuff I got going on. But I had never. I feel bad that I didn't have enough time to check in with you guys. But I'm gonna try to do that more consistent. Wow, like and North and Compton. Wow, I got a friend from Compton, Ray. He originally was from Compton, California, and he runs tattoo conventions now. You might see him a couple videos with him, but I think he's out of San Antonio now, but he's from Compton originally. Copy of my book, I can put the link up. It's on Amazon. It's called Cop in Crisis, The Cop in Christ. I'll put the link up in the comments here as soon as I'm done. We sell, although I don't make any money off it. I just the selling the book. All the money goes towards my outreach, my father's business. Yeah, I did hit 300K. For some reason, when I hit 300K, everything like slowed down. I got to figure out maybe the algorithm, maybe I annoyed YouTube. I don't know, but like I got all these followers, and then when I hit 300K, it like died. I've been stuck there for a little bit. That's okay though, man. I'll be blessed to have 3 followers. So never imagine, never imagine. Richmond, California. Yes, church in Ohio. It is. Let me get this right. Sugar Creek. Is that I think so. I don't know if I X out of the screen to check my messages. I might X out of here because I don't do technology. But yeah, it was a we have an engagement there. Yeah, no, Compton's a tough area. That's everything. I got some cousins that are from by there, and they'll tell you about it. Straight out of Compton. Yeah, I bet you get that a lot from out there. Sugar Creek Baptist. There you go. Sugar Creek Baptist. I believe it's. He sent me the venue. The Philip Lease is the one who's running it, and he invited me. He's gracious enough to have me out. I said I'll be more than happy to make the drive to be amongst the people that I can encourage, possibly that love the Lord, that I can just fellowship with and rub shoulders with. It's always fun. Tapatios, yeah, that's my dude. I love watching him, man. William, I appreciate you. Matty the Batty. My brother actually calls me Fatty Matty. I used to have a little more pounds on me. I'm not soft. Not no more. Too many Oreos back then. So what's been going on? Is there any major news? Everything they keep talking about here is Sugar Creek. There you go. Yeah, I'll put the info and I'll put a video up probably tomorrow morning about it, but I'll be out there. 32-year officer. Wow, William, you still an officer at 32? I'm at 19 and I'm getting towards the end. I think I got a few more things lined up. I might be able to call it quits in a couple years. Let me see what's going on in the world right now. Got any questions or anything that's going on? I have noticed that I was talking about the word getting out there, Ryan. Um, people I got encouraged. I don't want to put it out there too publicly, but I got messaged about a few trainers around the country that are using samples of my videos to train officers and to train people that work for the public. So man, I was blown away, and they asked my permission, which was so respectful of them. And I was like, I don't care if it makes the world better. You don't got to ask my permission. Use it. It's on YouTube. It's public. So I was that was really cool. Says SMCG says, what motivates you the most? What motivates me the most is really the fact that God gave me a second chance, and I feel that I need to speak the truth, and I think that really motivates me because there was so many years that I didn't feel that anyone in my line of profession in the police world really spoke facts about things that we need to improve and things that is definitely wrong in policing. So I think saying stuff that people necessarily don't say very much, that motivates me to just keep speaking truth because people react to it. I think it's what citizens have been asking for a long time. So it feels good to do that. So making you guys happy is really what motivates me. And you guys have encouraged me. You keep sharing my stuff. So you can keep sharing it too. That actually helps a lot. That gets the word out, and it helps bring people together. And maybe we get a lot of things changed in policing. I know a lot of we got a lot of work to do, but people don't. They're starting to talk about this. The shift, I can feel it. Not fast enough, but it's slowly shifting the way that policing is done and the way that people are more cognizant of what our job is supposed to look like from within. The constitutional stuff, I'm huge on that. I think that was never talked about enough, and now it is, and I love it. Let's see. Terry LeBeau, what do you think about Long Island Audit and New York Police? That's I've been watching Sean. Sean's my buddy. Like I love that dude. He had me on his show, and he helped me out a lot. He's authentic. Like I've talked to him off camera, outside of um, anything on YouTube, and it's just private conversations. And Sean, he really does want to. He's not that people always accuse him. He's just on there for attention, or he gets trolled a lot, which makes me feel terrible for him. But he really has a good heart, and he just wants to make things better and make people aware of what our rights are as citizens. So I adore Sean. I love that dude. 7 more years, William. Oh my gosh, man. I respect, Ambassador, respect the fact that as an officer, you speak out against the wrongs for your fellow workers of the force. Yeah, it was kind of tough for me. I mean, that really, really bothered me at the beginning of my career because when you start in policing as a rookie, you have to keep your mouth shut. While you're on probation and when you're new, you don't have a leg to or a voice to even really say much out of fear that they could just kick you loose for any reason. So I felt a lot of stuff that I had to hold in that I thought was wrong with our training, was wrong with the way that we interact with citizens that needed to change. It just feels good to start speaking on it, and it's about time. And I'm embarrassed that people. I love that you guys support me, and I love when I get messages like, "Man, you're the one cop that I've always heard wanted to speak out on these topics." I love that, but I think that we should be embarrassed that it's not the majority of cops that are speaking out and saying, "Yeah, this is garbage. We've done this wrong for a long time, and we need to change it." I feel like that should be all of cops. To be honest with you, we should all be saying, "Yeah, you know what? A lot of stuff we done was wrong. A lot of the ways that we were thought this us against them mentality was wrong, and let's just admit that it was done incorrectly and trained incorrectly, and just switch things, fix it, call repentance, change direction." That is kind of my Jody. Who that is kind of my dream. I would love to like train and give my thoughts and help out and make this profession. But I do it all the time with people with the youngsters at my PD. I take them under my wing and say, "Look, this is how we do business, and this is the way that you treat the people. De-escalators, professional de-escalators." And that is Ryan. That is my goal is just to bridge the gap. I appreciate you, Outcast. I appreciate you, man. Grind Kings. Love you right back, man. Have a good one. Do police academies actually teach what is and is not right when someone is pulled over? As far as see, every police academy is different when they train and how they train. I think the tactics it goes from state to state because different states have different um, statutory rules that you have to adhere to as an officer. But the general mentality that, and this is what my man, what's his name, Israel from We the People University. He speaks on this a lot, and that's why I love that dude so much because he talks about the mentality that they try to place on you, or that not only they try to place it on you, but it's this umbrella of it's us against them mentality that they don't put a stop to it. Like that's kind of what you're thinking. And and it is a fact that as a young police officer coming out of the academy, you kind of feel trained that we're the good guys, those violators are the bad guys, and every one of them is going to kill me. That mentality is like it's got to go. Like it creates fear. It creates this huge gap where you think that it's almost a self-righteousness that I'm okay, I'm the one of the good ones and my job is to no, your job is actually to be an ambassador for whatever jurisdiction you work for and to number one, honor your oath and adhere to the Constitution. Number two, your customer service for wherever you work. So you treat people, we work for the citizens, you treat them right. You cherish the citizens. That's really what was never really instilled in me, at least in the academies that I've seen. That's the mindset that needs to change big time in training of police. Honor the oath. Yes, I do follow. Yes, I just got put on to him. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I saw that Sean was just arrested. I do. What else do I? What other ones do I follow? There's another one that I just audit. The audit is a good one. That guy's he's a lot smarter than me. The narrator in that, but that's a good channel though. Mm, yeah, there's too much policing with ego. That's kind of a huge thing that is an issue. You need thick skin and no ego to do this job right. Why is it so hard for other cops to be decent human beings? Like you said, it's embarrassing when you're one of a kind. I think I can't speak in on all other cops, but I can what I can speak on is my personal experience with other cops before I had the job and while I had the job. And it is like that mentality is there's way too much of it. That ego, that just that kind of it's I always say it. It's the us versus them stuff. I just want to change it. Oh, Joe Rogan. Let's see. Grind Kings. Yo, what about Joe Rogan and Elon? I don't know his RFK. I don't know who that is. I always watch Joe Rogan. I think he's I don't always agree with him. I love that dude. My dream would be to be on his show. I absolutely love Joe Rogan. I think no matter what his view on things, whether you agree or disagree, he's always kind of like looking at both sides, and he's just an honest dude, and he says how he feels, but he's very, very great at articulating his side of it, man. I strive to be how he is, as far as having an argument and knowing what he's talking about and sticking to it. And that guy is brilliant. He is brilliant, and he loves fighting. And I love fighters too. I've loved that for a long time. So man, I really love Joe Rogan. What's number one problem in policing you see as a cop? I think it's finger pointing. I think the number one problem is well, I get to act like this because all of those people are bad, or um, it's kind of this. How do I describe it? Like I keep saying, the us against them stuff. It doesn't help bridge the gap. It creates a bigger divide. And if you speak out against that, you'll see in a lot of the videos I make, it'll be other cops that they detest me because I'm speaking out against what they. It's almost like their religion. That how dare I say that somebody in blue is doing something wrong, or I'm a sellout, or that type of us against them, and you want to dig your heels in the sand and not budge on that. And if I disagree with you, you're my enemy. I think that's the biggest problem that we have and the biggest disconnect. I don't think cops have thick enough skin right away. If somebody um, does something that you're not used to or shows a sign of disrespect, you gotta up it. In other words, escalate it instead of you see way too much of escalation instead of de-escalation. Somebody comes up and says "f you," "f the police." Happens to me all the time. I just like, all right, brother, I hear that all the time. You're not gonna bother me. I work for you. If you can, the inability to shrug stuff off is one of the biggest problems to me. Got to have thick skin and no ego. I appreciate you, D Dub. I don't like police, but after watching your videos and listening to a man with compassion towards his career, man, that means Angel. That means so much, man. I appreciate that. Let's see. I appreciate you. Swear. Say hello. What's up, man? I don't know if I'm a legend. I still just got yelled at by my wife a minute ago. I'm not too legendary around here. I just like to speak truth, and I love you guys' support. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to my wife too, man. That woman is she's a shoulder to lean on. She's my rock, my best friend. I absolutely adore her. She puts up with me, and she's one of the main reasons that I can thrive. And she's my biggest fan, and that's what a wife is supposed to be. Tennille is the best. Y'all got she's in a lot of my videos. You guys check her out. She's not on YouTube very much, but she's got a really really famous on TikTok. If you want to see her, Tennille Renee, that's my girl. Yes, the Jody who the officer safety thing it's so subjective. We can get into that. I've gotten into that in the past, and man, it's so subjective that term. Um, it's a huge deal because you can portray that in so many different ways. That might be a whole nother video. We get into that whole topic, but yeah, that's definitely is a hot topic, and it causes a lot of issues. Let's see. Yeah, you got to speak up. I agree. I agree, Big Zo. Lackluster. I've seen his stuff. I have seen his stuff, Ryan. The Armed Fisherman, I've heard of him, but I haven't watched too much. I gotta try to check that. Yeah, if you like the stream, like the likes, I guess like the live. It's apparently they keep telling me to hit the like button, so keep hitting the like button. Let's see, RFK Jr. is grandson of JFK and son of RFK who died. Yes, I didn't. Okay, okay. Robert Kennedy Jr. I didn't know that. I gotta check him out. If he was on Rogan, I gotta check him out. Alex Fox, I appreciate it. Give him love right back. Give him love right back. Okay, I know who Elon is too. I remember he was on Joe Rogan. I watched that too. Yeah, that's another irate. If you look deep into the roots of the blue line flag, it's just it's to me, it's a sign of division. I I'm not going to disrespect anybody that uh, is a big backer of the flag. I'm not here to cause division or to stir the pot or anything like that. Just I can speak personally for me. I see that flag as something that causes division. I know a lot of people that are offended by it because they see it as just this line and it's a stance. So I don't mess with it. I that's why I kind of call myself line stepper. That's my hashtag because I just want to forget any line. I don't like any line. Never have. I don't want a line. I want to bridge the gap so there is no line. Do you have any techniques that you could tell other cops to help deal with their anger when civilians say "F you, cops"? I would say it's all in your demeanor. Like if somebody said that to me, like I just like smile. Like you know how many times I heard that, and I used to say that all the time. I hated cops too when I was. It's mostly young people that do that, and I just explain to them, or if they'll even talk to me. If not, I just say it's all good, brother, and just fluff it off. But a lot of times, if I can talk to that person, I'll explain to them why I hated police just like them when I was young. I tell them about when with the Rodney King incident when I was a teenager made me hate cops, think all cops are racist, think they could beat up people and get away with whatever they wanted. I'll explain that to them, and I get it, and that kind of shocks them when I tell them, yeah, I understand it. It's okay. I'm a flawed human being too, and I had things a little twisted. But and then I'll tell them like, you don't have to hate me or you don't have to say f me because I'm a likable dude and I have a personality and I got this job because I have compassion for people. And I'm telling you, 99% of the time they're hugging me and shaking my hand by the end of that conversation. Happens all the time. When you get out in the neighborhood, it happens all the time. How do cops know there's not so much anger towards them and pass it off as because they're criminals who care about clicks? There, here's one thing that not enough officers realize, in my opinion, that what I've seen, that you need to go into every call, every stop you make, every person you come across, you need to count it as a common denominator that, okay, this person may not like me or may be disrespectful toward me, but it's okay. I'm going to sift through that. You got to expect that and don't get offended by it. You can't get offended by it. It's reality. Um, and I'm not saying it's not on the onus ain't on the cops. We've done so much. The badges have done so much in the history of this country to, like someone always says, to earn the hate that we've gotten. Not 100%, but we've earned a lot of it. Like you see cops misbehave. Why do we keep seeing this? So I get it. I understand. Heck, a lot of times I want to say F the police too. I get so mad when I keep seeing misbehavior or controversial videos or people escalating. Once again, the Constitution getting trampled on. It makes me upset too. So I think the biggest thing that we got to do is number one, correct that. Stop doing that stuff and realize that you got to understand why people don't like us, and then go from there. Come to an understanding, and meet them halfway. Hear them out. All right, T-Per, I appreciate you, man. Andy Long, man, how do you feel the agency is better at bridging the gap than others? I think because there's a lot of veterans. There's the veterans like there's a lot of veterans of me that are very like-minded with me, and we have a very diverse city now. We're about when I was growing up in my city, it was about 50-50 African American white people. But now it's about a third of Hispanic African American white people. But we're very diverse, and our PD has been very good at talking to people, not and doing people decent. Me and my partner, Sergeant Silver Fox, is that actually his name is Glenn Love, one of the greatest people that you'll ever meet. His motto, he started this saying years ago that we do business different in this city, and I think we really do. We try not to disrespect people. I won't tolerate it, and I think that's infectious. Because I tell people right away that we don't do people like that here, and don't let me catch you doing that. So I think it's all in the veterans, and our chief is great. He obviously lets me operate and run my mouth the way that I do. He understands that he's young, and I think that that's really what sets us apart. I can't speak for other PDs from the inside because I've never worked for another PD, but I know that in my city we we don't put up with a lot of that nonsense that you see, and I think that's how we do we do business differently. Yeah, my wife yells at me all. Yeah, yeah, you gotta know, happy wife, happy life, man. Let's see. Kurt is royal, his royal fatness. I love it. Do you ever feel disheartened from some of the corruption in policing? If so, how do you push through? I feel disheartened all the time. It really angers me. I think YouTube and you guys are part of my therapy. When I see yet another of the hundreds of First Amendment audits that come out and they fail miserably, they make us look stupid, I do get disheartened. So I kind of like speak out on here, and I think by doing so, I've opened a lot of eyes within our profession and with you guys to see that yeah, there's cops that out there that do understand this and just get pissed off just like we do. I push through it by venting, by talking to you guys, by talking to my wife Tennille, by knowing that I'm trying to set an example by walking the walk, and a lot of prayer. I know I'm a broken soul who I'm a Bible believing follower of Jesus Christ. I'm a broken soul, and I rely on Him when times get hard because I can't do this alone. Oscar, your shorts haven't been popping up. Yeah, I don't understand that. The views have kind of gone down. I don't know the algorithm YouTube. I keep doing the same thing. I put out about one video a day and see where it goes. But um, yeah, that it is what it is. I'm gonna keep pushing and saying the same stuff and loving you guys, man. Let's see. Metal makes me crazy. Five cops, one civilian. They say it's for officer safety. Yes, that is the big officer safety debate. Um, a lot of times I don't understand situations. I thought it was summed up perfectly in the Rodney King. I did a video on that a while back when because that was a very public trial. And when that one officer is on the stand saying, I was in fear for my life that he would take my weapon and kill me. It's five of you with vests, guns, tasers, spray, batons, and this one dude on the ground. How are you in fear for anything? How could you even say that out loud? And that's the thing. That's the kind of fluff that is stupid to me. It's got to change. And you can't hide behind officer safety. I was in fear when if five of my buddies walked into a room and it was one person, how are you scared? If that one person come at all five of you, how are you scared? I don't understand that. That's a big that's where that officer safety debate comes in because to me I think the public is seeing that yeah, there's certain situations where someone may have a gun, but you can't use that in every single situation. You are the one trained, you are the one armed, you are the one with all the protection, and that's where the public is. A lot of them they're not buying